Akim, all praises, honor, glory goes to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahushai Ba'Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you fellow Akim out there pushing out this word in true sincerity. Alright, so I'm in transit and I want to do a short video and speak about suffering. Basically, a brother sent me, precept, very beautiful precept, and this truth of ours, as the Apostle Gabar coins the phrase. This truth of ours, is not just about going out there, yelling at the top of your lungs, cursing out everybody, being angry with the world, this truth has many dimensions, and part of this truth is suffering. Suffering in the flesh. This is 1 Peter 4:1. For as then as Hamashiach has suffered for us in the flesh. So Yahushai, he came down to die on the cross, right? And during his walk, he was suffering in the flesh, okay? Which he did not sin. Arm yourselves likewise with the same mind. So just as Yahushai, he has suffered for us in the flesh, right? We have to arm our mind, meaning equip our mindset to understand that we are going to suffer in this truth, okay? When you come into this thing, and that suffering can be expressed in many different ways. It can be expressed with low health. You're suffering because you have low health. It can be suffering because your job situation, your living situation, your money situation, and just the affairs of this world, where there's a balancing act between actually doing the things of this world and caring for the things of this world, right? So we have to balance all those things. We still have to do things, yet we don't put our heart into them. We don't serve those things, right? We serve Yahweh Shema Shai, even though we are going through the different sufferings, which makes sense because his son suffered, and we are also sons, right? So we will have to suffer also. So we have to arm ourselves, arm our minds. Our mindset has to be changed from coming out of the world. For he that has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin. So the sufferings, they act as a agent to, create you to, or put you in the place to where you don't sin anymore, because sin equals death, which we are going to sin, yet we are going to be able to control our bodies more. We are going to be able to control our flesh, subjugate it, that he no longer shall live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men, but to the will of the Most High. So the Lord, he puts us through that straight gate in order for us to fulfill his will. Because if it was up to us, right, we will want to feel good all the time, and we will go and we will please our flesh. We are please our flesh in food and drink and being married and women. Yet that is not the plan of action or the course of action a man of the Lord should be taken in this truth. Really, you should be in the spirit of suffering, just as Yahushai has suffered. And then once those sufferings are done, let me bring out another scripture. That's when we're going to enter into the kingdom of heaven and have everlasting joy. But through those sufferings, you grow, you learn. Okay, you separate yourself from this world. Okay, you separate yourself from the material things, from pleasing and indulging in the flesh, which is reaping corruption. This Acts 14:22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith. And that's what a lot of these videos are, okay, and a lot of these books that were written, okay, they are written to exhort us, okay, through our particular issues that we're going through our particular sufferings that we're going through, and to let us know that the sufferings that we are going through, Yahweh Shai has went through them, as overcame. Okay. It says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of the Most High. Okay, so this is how we're going to enter into rest. It's through those tribulations. It's through those sufferings. Okay, it's through that straight gate. All right, it's not. You're not going to feel good all the time. You know, you're going to be plagued in the mind at times. Or your families want to come up against you at times, right? But that is all for you to be strengthened. It's not in order to destroy you. Because if you suffer it, right, you're going to reap the benefits, okay, of that suffering. Which you say, oh, how can you have benefits of suffering? That doesn't make sense. Well, the scripture said that you're going to cease from sin. Now, when you consider the act of suffering, or what suffering is, just as if you go to the gym, right, and you do push-ups or you do some type of exercise, right, you're putting your muscles through a stage of suffering, a stage of pain, a stage of agony, depending on how hard you go. Okay, so by doing that at the particular time, it doesn't seem, joyous, right? It doesn't seem pleasurable when you're going through that exercise. Yet give it time with the proper nutrition, the proper rest, okay, your muscle is going to grow now stronger. So the same thing, the Most High, He's building up our spirits to be stronger, and whatever He placed you through, He's put it in front of you so you can overcome, not so you can be destroyed. Now I wanted to get another scripture if it comes to me again. I believe it should be, give me a second while I pull it up. Hebrews 12:11. Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous. Okay, so whatever you're going through is not a joyous thing, of course. It's a thing of pain. It's a thing of it's not pleasurable. It's uncomfortable. Nobody likes pressure. Well, you have a lot of people that fold under pressure. Okay, and that's basically what we are going through. We're going through a stage of pressure, through a stage of oppression, and through that pressure, through those chastisements, through those tribulations. Okay, let me continue to read. Now no chastisement for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. Just as you exercise in the gym, you exercise your muscles. By suffering, you exercise in the spirit. So afterwards, it's going to yield the peaceable fruit of righteousness. Verse 12. Wherefore lift up your hands, which hang down. Okay, you shouldn't have, you shouldn't be in a lowly spirit, which you're gonna feel down at times. Yet these precepts are set in place in order for us to remember and reflect upon and be strengthened. Okay? Because the precepts, the word gives us the understanding of all things that Yahweh Shai has set up. Okay? It says, wherefore lift up the hands which hang down. Okay, somebody's hands that are hanging down, that is a defeated spirit. Okay? And the battle is the Lord's, and the battle has already been won. We just have to continue to fight. Okay? We just have to endure. So our hands should be up. it says, and the feeble knees. So you have to lift up the hands and the feeble knees, the weak knees of the of you going through these different afflictions, you know. And make straight paths for your feet, lest that which is lame be turned out of the way, but let it rather be healed. Okay, so when you go through those afflictions, you should be self-analyzing. What do I have to work on? What is the Most High telling me? All right, because the chastisement is actually for a particular reason. Right? It's not to destroy you, like I keep reiterating. It's to strengthen you. Okay, it's exercise in the spirit. Okay, preparing us, okay, for, you know, that hour of temptation, amongst other things. You know, cleansing our mind, cleansing our hearts, separating us, you know, more from this world. Because if you don't have any chastisement and you can do whatever the hell you want to do, okay, everything you put your hand to prospers. Okay, you can go out and get any woman you want. You can go out and go to the grocery store, buy $500 worth of groceries. You've never been hungry a day in your life. Well, that's not going to prepare your mind for anything. That's not going to strengthen you. You're going to be in the spirit of mirth. All right, and you're not going to depend on Yahweh Shema Shai for anything. Yet, if the Most High, He plagues you, or He brings your health down low. He takes money from you that you once had. Okay? He does certain things to you. He takes women from you that you once had. What does that do? What should that do? That should make you draw nigh unto Yahweh Shema Shai. Let's bring that scripture out. Draw closer to Him. Depend on Him even more. James 4:8, draw nigh unto the Most High, and He will draw nigh to you. So when you're in that lower state, you should be trying to get closer to Yahweh Shema Shai, because He is the only one that can bring you out of that state. He is the only one that can bring you out of that tribulation. Okay, and strengthen you. Draw nigh to the Most High, and He will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands. Okay. Ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded. So we're coming out of the world, okay, and we still have certain impurities about us that are not convenient or not expedient to this truth. So the Lord, He puts us through these different afflictions, these different tribulations, these different trials, in order for us to learn through them and to purge us from, you know, all those impurities. It says to cleanse your hands. So during that process, we are cleansing our hands. You should be cleansing your hands and turning back from whatever you were doing in the past. Okay? Be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned into mourning and your joy to heaviness. Humble yourself in the sight of the Lord, and He shall lift you up. So this is what Yahweh Shema Shai, He wants you to do. He actually wants you to humble yourself. And how do you humble yourself? Well, you humble yourself by, doing what is necessary, doing all the things that were required of you. Okay, making sure that you're putting up your videos, making sure you're studying, making sure you're being brotherly, making sure you're going to camp, making sure you're praying. Okay, making sure if you have to fast, you fast. Okay, controlling your members. Okay. Not being over excess in anything, balancing things out, being circumspect. Okay, examining yourself constantly. You should constantly be examining yourself. Okay, the scriptures speak about trying the spirits, whether they be of the Most High. Everything should be, you should be trying everything, balancing it out. Okay, because a false balance is abomination unto the Lord. So through the afflictions, okay, through our trials and tribulations, we should be drawn near to Yahweh Shema Shai, closer, and cleansing our ways, humbling ourselves. The Most High, He resisteth the proud. Okay? So, you know, that was it. You know, the water to that brother, you know, it was all in the spirit, you know, that he sent me that scripture. Because, you know, we're all going to go through, you know, manifold sufferings, you know, each part of the body. Okay? And it's going to be an up and down roller coaster. Some brothers in the body are going to be suffering more than others. And then it's going to be vice versa. You know, that brother's going to get built up after he goes through his purification stage. And then another brother, he's going to get built up to go through his purification stage. So we have to always be mindful of that and not to faint when thou art rebuked of Yahweh Shema Shai. So, you know, that was it on the lesson. Call Haloyim Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakodash. Shalom to you brothers out there until next time.